Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. So I was going through my Telegram, then I saw this message. Someone had contacted me via Telegram. They said, hello, can you please find me help? I am in a dire situation right now. If you want, I can show you my pictures as proof. I am having trouble with my manhood. My manhood is too big. I was given medicine to enlarge my manhood. Now my manhood keeps on growing and it is not stopping. I don't know what is wrong with me. The problem that I am having is that I have lost all feeling when it comes to having sex with a woman. I am currently working as a medical doctor. Because of my access to different types of medicine and devices, I had this obsession of enlarging my manhood. So I bought some pills via Telegram. Then I also bought some devices. One of the devices that I mostly use was a vacuum device. This started when I was still only 37 years old. I am living in Kenya. I was having marital problems due to my small manhood. It was so small I could even compare it with my middle finger of my own hand. My second marriage ended whilst we were still in honeymoon. As soon as we began to romance each other, this woman had refused to have sexual intercourse with me before I had married her. Whilst we were on honeymoon, the moment that we wanted to have sexual intercourse, she looked at my manhood. Then she told me, this I am not going to wait for. We are going to get divorced. I don't want to cheat on you. Yes, we had sexual intercourse, but then she told me that she was not feeling anything. This was just not good enough for her. So we came from honeymoon. We were not even talking to each other. When we arrived, we stayed together almost for 2 months. Then later on, she divorced me. Then I had to stay alone. Each and every time that I took a lady in, we will see that after having sex, the way that she'll be looking at me, she will be saying in her own heart, what was that? It became a huge problem to me and it was eating me up each and every day. Then I began to join a lot of Facebook groups. Then I ended up joining this Telegram group. It was a group whereby people will be sharing videos filled with nudity. Those videos were the ones that I was now using to satisfy myself because I was so ashamed to have a woman in my life. So most of the times when I come home from work, or maybe before I had left for work, I would look at those videos that were being posted in that Telegram group. Then I would just satisfy myself whilst in the toilet or in bed. Then I will go to work. This was a way for me not to desire after other women, because I knew that with the money that I had, if I could approach a woman, no woman was going to deny me. But the problem was that I knew that the moment that we were going to get up into bed, the woman will not be satisfied. Whilst I was in that Telegram group, there was this other guy who always posted different types of method whereby you could increase your manhood. Then the obsession came. I would go on the internet and search up videos from websites like Pornhub and XXN. I'll be looking at men with a very big manhood as they were giving pain and pleasure to these women in the videos. I would watch so many videos in a single time that at the end of the day, I would feel fatigued, because sometimes I'll do myself 2 or 3 times, but each and every time that I'll finish masturbating, that feeling of just being depressed about my own manhood will just come back. When I'm watching these videos, I'll feel better, but after I have finished masturbating, I would look at my small manhood and curse myself. Sometimes I would look into the sky and curse God. Sometimes I'll answer God, but God never answered me. Sometimes I'll ask God, but God will never answer you. I'll ask him, why in all of the places on my body did you decide to do this to me? This is the most important part of the body when you are a man. How am I supposed to enjoy life when I have this small little thing hanging between my legs? It was so painful to me. Sometimes I could see that I'll end up hurting myself because I'll pull on my thing, hoping that it was going to get longer. Let's say maybe I have spoken with a woman, then that woman agrees to come to my place. When I look at my thing, that thing will be just there because of nervousness. Sometimes it will get so small. When that woman arrives at my place, I'll just say no, I have to rush to work because I will be so embarrassed. I tried each and every trick in the book that they taught us at medical school, where you have to cancel a patient. But if you are the patient, it is so hard to cancel yourself because there will be so negative thoughts in your mind that sometimes I will tell myself that everything is going to be okay, but the moment that I go into the toilet to urinate, I'll end up messing up the whole toilet seat because my manhood was so small. I could not even urinate properly without messing up the toilet seat. I used so many methods. There was this other guy who told me that if you take Dettol liquid, then you spread it around your manhood, then you wrap your manhood in a toilet paper, then you leave that toilet paper wrapped around your manhood for the whole day. Then bit by bit, your manhood will start to grow, but that never occurred. The only thing that I saw is that I would have a very negative reaction on my skin because Dettol liquid is so harsh on the skin. So I stopped using that Dettol. There was this other time whereby I was so frustrated with this thing of just masturbating. It was on a particular night. I was coming from work. Then I picked up one of these ladies of the night in my car. The only thing that I wanted from them was if they could just give me a blowjob or something. I didn't want to have sex with anyone because I knew that if I try to have a sex with any woman, she will not be satisfied. But this woman talked me into it. She told me that I looked like a good guy. She wanted to give me all of her, but I knew that she was in it for the money. She didn't know what exactly I carried in my trousers. When we went to my place, we took off our clothes. Then we started to romance each other. The moment she tried to grab me, she looked around. Then she switched on the light and said, "Let me see." I tried to say, "No, I don't want you to see me." Then she said, "No, let me see. I want to see that thing." Then she began to laugh when she looked at me and say, "What is the meaning of this? Are you joking?" Her laughter just destroyed the little confidence that was left inside my heart. She told me that if it wasn't for the money that you're going to give me, I would have hit you big time. Don't waste any lady's time with this small thing of yours. From there on, I then decided to take this matter into my own hands. I contacted that guy who was always posting these pills and these vacuum devices. Then I told him that how can I get one of these things. He then told me that he was also based in Kenya. So I was happy because I didn't want to get scammed of my money. Then he told me that he could send the package to me, and for me the deal was good enough because he told me that I can pay deposit, then pay the rest of the money when the goods had arrived at my place. Well, the device arrived, then I paid him the rest of the money. But little did I know that this guy was in it for the money. He didn't care whether I'll get damaged or what, because he kept on suggesting new devices to me, new different types of pills, and every pill that he will send me, I'll end up paying him large sums of money. And it was working so good for me. I was so happy, and I wanted to punish each and every woman that will come across my path because I had been mistreated. I used to target these small medical students that will come at our general hospital for their attachments. These students were so naive. Only smile at them, then they will think that you are going to get married to them. These students, if I ever take one of them to my bed, I'll make sure that she will scream with so much pain. For me, that scream of pain, it was like pleasure in my ears because I had never been able to satisfy a woman. If you are a woman and you ever step into my bed, I'll make sure that I will punish you like you have never been punished before. I used to take so many pills that will enhance my sexual performance. I guess that I was overdosing these pills, and this guy, he saw my weakness. He kept on sending me different types of pills. He will tell me that if you drink this pill, you can even have sexual sexual intercourse with a woman, maybe even for 3 hours without stopping. Yes, there were so many nights whereby if I could get hold of a woman, I could do her for even 4 hours without stopping. At the end of the day, that woman would just say, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I am done with you. And that could just make me happy because I would have achieved my goal of punishing that woman. There was this other time whereby I was stopped by the security in the supermarket because they thought that I had stolen sausage and put it in my trousers. But when they found out that it was just my big manhood, everyone just laughed. Then there was this other day, out of nowhere, my manhood just stopped working. From there on, it has never worked until today. Please help me. What happened on that day is that there was this other girl. She was a medical student at our hospital. I had proposed to her and then she agreed. Yes, she agreed because I knew that she wanted me to take care of her. So we had decided that we should go and sleep over at my place. But what amazed me is that on our way to my place, I tried by all means to make sure that my manhood was ready for the job, but it could not just rise up from the dead. Earlier on, I had drank 3 silver bullets. That's how addicted I was to these pills. 1 pill wasn't working for me anymore. Then it went to 2. Now I drank 3 pills, but nothing had changed. 4 pills, I was afraid that maybe I could have a heart attack or something. So I never even bothered to try to drink 4 silver bullets in one go. I didn't even bother to try because I knew that if I do that, it was going to be catastrophic for my body. When we arrived home, nothing still happened. I tried to touch her. I tried looking in her eyes. This woman was so beautiful. She was so young and innocent. I looked at her breast, those tender breasts. No child have ever suckled on them. Her skin was so yellow, but nothing could even arouse me. I said, it's fine, let us watch some porn videos, but that did not even change anything. I just felt numb. Nothing was happening. She kept on asking me, am I not that attractive to you? Am I not beautiful? Why doesn't this thing want to rise up? Am I doing something wrong? But deep down, I knew that all of the medication that I have been taking all along, my body had finally reached the breaking point. Many years ago, when I still had my small manhood, I had taken my semen as a sample. Then I had sent that sample of my semen to the laboratory. When the results came back, I found out that I cannot make any woman fall pregnant. As I am writing to you, I look at all the things that I have achieved in my life, but they don't mean anything because each and every man on this planet, they want to enjoy sex. Why me? Why can't I also enjoy things that comes naturally, free things? But God has punished me. What have I done that God has to punish me in such a way? The last thing that I am telling you, my brother, is that I feel that death is standing at my doorstep. Dear listeners, that was a message that was sent to me on Telegram by this brother. I don't know where he got my contact from. I'm just hoping that he is going to listen to this episode. Please let us give him advice in the comment section. Let's meet again in the following episode.